Hello and welcome to another episode of Coach Leo's meditation channel. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the intermittent fasting, the health benefits that people can be able to gain by doing IF or intermittent fasting. In the fitness world and the fitness domain, where I guess diet, exercising, bodybuilding, and fitness competition, all of those things, right? There's one thing in common within that scope of things, and that is intermittent fasting. There are a lot of people that practice intermittent fasting on a daily basis, or at least maybe a few times a week. And I want to talk about this from the angle of meditation because I think some of the benefits that one can gain, other than some of the health benefits and losing your body weight, but there's one more key benefit that one can get from intermittent fasting. I think that is the cognitive, the awareness ability. Because from my own experience, when I fast and when I engage in a meditation session, I realize that the clarity of my mind or my consciousness is actually a level up, if you will. So I think I can be able to let go of my ego more easier when I'm fasting. Not because, and I'm not really sure why, but I was able to experience that in the past. As I've been studying and reading, collecting more information about some of the cognitive and consciousness benefits that intermittent fasting or fasting itself can be able to provide for the individual, I then came to a conclusion that perhaps the personal experience that I had made all the sense in the world. Well, there are at least a few professionals or doctors that encourage intermittent fasting. One of the experts that I can name is Dr. Jason Fung from Canada. And there's another researcher or scientist by the name of Walter Longo. I think he practices out of a university out of California somewhere. These people are huge proponents for intermittent fasting and or time-restricted eating, whatever. And they try to link that and do a vast amount of research and testing on some of the health benefits that one can reap. I want to share with you one particular journal paper that came out from the New England Journal of Medicine. And the New England Journal of Medicine is quite famously known for doing a lot of fact checking before they publish it. It's relatively a reliable piece of literature or journal that one can get their hands on too. So they found three recent health key benefits from intermittent fasting. There are a lot, and I'm going to talk about the list here. One is one can be able to get a lot of benefit or see a lot of improvement in obesity, as well as diabetes, cardiovascular disease, cancer, arthritis and joint problems, as well as surgery benefit. What I think what they meant by surgery benefit is if a patient before the surgery fasts, as well as perhaps fasts after the surgery, your body can be able to heal at a much faster rate or something like that. And then they did a lot of key emphasis on the three key benefits of intermittent fasting, and that is increase in the blood sugar level, and also increase in stress resistance. And I think the third one was lowering the overall inflammation within the body. So these three key health benefits it's enormous because you don't want to experience those three things, right? And then the other interesting thing about intermittent fasting, and we can't leave this out, and that is the autophagy. So what autophagy is, pretty much autophagy word comes from a Greek word, and auto means self, and phagy means self eating. So it literally means self absorption. So what autophagy is that our cells are designed, if there are no nutrients or food coming in, because cells are living organisms after all, they start to do a huge kind of like a recycling process. So when they go through the recycling process, they're pretty much cleaning out the unnecessary cells, and they're keeping what is still good. So they're doing a lot of recycling procedure within the body, and this is what autophagy is. The intermittent fasting program that a lot of people throughout the world practices is probably the 16 to 8. They're total of 24 hours within a day. So they fast for 16 hours, and the rest of 8 hours they use that as their eating window. So you can maybe eat 2 meals within the 8-hour window. They're also, I think, 18-6, and there's also like 23 and 1, meaning that you almost fast for the entire day, and then when the 23rd hour hits, that's when you have your first meal, and we call that OMAD or OMAD, 1 meal a day. I tried that for a month. You really end up losing a lot of body fat. You have to kind of go through the hardships of fighting off the hunger craving, because after all, we're used to eating 3 times a day. When you end up eating like twice a day or even once a day, your body has to adjust to that cycle. So in the beginning, it's going to be quite challenging, but once you do that and you get used to it, like I said, you should try to meditate on an empty stomach, and it really works well. So again, the autophagy, generally speaking, they say it comes into activation at around 18 hour. I think, and also during the 16 hour, that's when the growth hormone starts to get released from the body. So, and growth hormones are good because growth hormones basically are there to replenish or to help cells regrow and heal wounds and stuff like that. So those are all good things. The New England Journal of Medicine also concludes by saying that they encourage the medical professionals to actually use intermittent fasting as a prescription to some of the patients that they counsel, especially if those patients are diabetics or they're obese or something like that, because obviously those two things, the intermittent fasting can really help out a lot. Try intermittent fasting if you haven't, for the sake of experimenting to see if maybe you could have a better meditation session. Let me know how it turns out. So thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And also, if you could give me a thumbs up, that'll be great too. Grateful for that. Take care, everybody, and see you next time.